The 2026 Toyota Grand Highlander is a big three-row SUV that offers a ton of comfort, cargo space, great technology, and a reliable vehicle. There are not a lot of changes for 2026, but what the Grand Highlander offers is very impressive. Remember that for 2026, the Highlander only comes as an electric form, and if you want hybrid or a gasoline-powered vehicle, this is your choice, the Grand Highlander. Once you start driving the 2026 Toyota Grand Highlander, you can see why this is a popular vehicle. It's popular because it has everything you need, including some luxury items, without paying that luxury price, which will definitely increase the price. There are three engine choices: the 2.4-liter four-cylinder turbocharged engine that has 265 horsepower, the 2.5-liter hybrid, which is what we're test driving at 245 horsepower, and the hybrid max motor with 362 horsepower that only comes all-wheel drive, but it does have a real transmission, not a CVT, which the other two have. Fuel economy on our hybrid motor, this is not the hybrid max, this is the regular hybrid, is going to bring you about 34 miles to the gallon combined. 0 to 60 time, it's not meant to be a performance car. It's meant to be a fuel-efficient car that does everything that you need, and the 0 to 60 time is 7.8 seconds. But it is a full-size three-row SUV, and it gives you so much space and technology, and that's where I think it truly shines. Two 12.3-inch screens. One is your center screen that includes navigation, as well as JBL audio, which is an upgrade. Standard audio system is fine. You have other sources as well, AM and FM and satellite radio as expected, and wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, which everybody wants. Of course, you have your Bluetooth connection, which also means you've got tons of charging ports, 7 charge ports throughout the vehicle, as well as wireless charging. Because this is a family vehicle, cup holders are going to be important. There are 13 cup holders throughout the vehicle, and that is appreciated. I've always got a Monster with me. I don't know, you can put your favorite flavor down below, but the idea is that people bring coffee and water and everything with them, and you've got plenty of storage, and that's really important. Now, our test vehicle does offer heated and vented seats, and of course it has a heated steering wheel, and that's all part of it. The panoramic glass roof is an additional option of $6,700. It is important to note that the Grand Highlander is available as a front-wheel drive or an all-wheel drive, and that's available across the full lineup except for that Hybrid Max, which only comes in an all-wheel drive platform. Towing capacity for our test car is 3,500 pounds. If you go to the Hybrid Max, you will get a 5,000-pound towing capacity. Safety is important no matter what vehicle you drive in. Top safety is included with the Grand Highlander. There is a few options. For the most part, you're getting all the safety features you want standard, and that's really what Toyota's done across the lineup. Now, there is an additional safety feature available. Front and rear traffic jam assist is available as an option. Not everybody wants that, but what you're getting is all the things you want. Forward collision warning, lane change departure, adaptive cruise control, all of that comes standard, and that's what people want when you're buying a vehicle like this, because when we talk about the competitor list, which is long, you'll see that they're including that as well. Some of the competitors, especially the German ones, will upcharge you for that, but Toyota has always included that as standard. Second row seats are heated and window shades are standard, which I think is really important in an SUV. The third row has adult legroom, which is super important because if you're going on a family trip or you're going out to dinner, you gotta get someone back in the third row. No one wants to get stuck in the penalty box. It is not in the Grand Highlander. It is bigger than the regular Highlander. And by the way, we just reviewed a first look of the 2027 Highlander, which only comes EV, which means if you want a hybrid or a gas engine, it's gonna be this vehicle, the Grand Highlander. Speaking of the third row, the seats do fold down 60-40, and that gives you tons of additional room. Cargo space with all seats up is 21 cubic feet. Fold down that third row and you're up to 58 cubic feet of storage. And all seats folded, you'll get 98 cubic feet of storage, which is a lot. And don't forget, roof rails are standard, so you can then put one of those toolies up there or a cargo container, whatever you might need to get all of your gear to where you need to be. The difference between the Highlander and the Grand Highlander is you're going to get that longer wheelbase, which means more comfortable ride and more space, and that's very important. There are different trim levels available in the Grand Highlander: the LE, the XLE, the Limited, the Nightshade Edition, and the Platinum. And our test vehicle rides on 20-inch alloy wheels. It does include heated power outside mirrors. The warranty is 3 years or 36,000 miles, powertrain 5 years or 60,000 miles, but the hybrid components are good for 8 years or 100,000 miles, and complimentary maintenance is good for 2 years or 25,000 miles. After test driving this vehicle for a week, there are a lot of pros. I love the new larger screens that are digital, easy to use, actual controls for climate, which I appreciate, not embedding that into the center screen. In addition to that, tons of cup holders, tons of charging ports, and this is what families want. More space for cargo, more space for people, and lots of pluses when it comes to the Toyota Grand Highlander. On the negative side, this is a hybrid, and the Hybrid Max has a lot more performance. So if you get in this vehicle and you're thinking, I really like it, but I wish it had more get up and go, then look at the Hybrid Max. Other than that, there really are no negatives to this vehicle. Everything's included. The price of the 2026 Toyota Grand Highlander starts at $46,505 and goes up to $61,000. Our test vehicle with the few options that it had came in at $54,160. Remember that this vehicle is a great choice, but there are a lot of competitors in the category. The competitor list is long, and it's important that you take each one for a test drive before you make a final decision. The main competitors are the Kia Telluride, the Ford Explorer, Volkswagen Atlas, Honda Pilot, Hyundai Palisade, Chevrolet Traverse, GMC Acadia, Subaru Ascent, Nissan Pathfinder, and the Mazda CX-90. We have test driven all of them here on our Car Smarts channel. I always recommend that you check with your insurance agent before you make your final decisions. Make sure to take one for a test drive. You can find me on social media down below in the description. If you'd like to support our channel, you can buy me a cup of coffee. I'm LaurenFix. Thanks so much for watching.